An employee of the sheriff's office reportedly caught on camera smuggling narcotics into the Pueblo County jail.
He never faced any punishment for it. Tonight, our 13 Investigates team is asking why. Good evening, I'm Heather Skoll.
And I'm Bart Bedsole. Thanks for making us your choice for news at 10. Tonight, 13 Investigates is looking at disturbing circumstances in Pueblo. Jail inmates testing positive for heroin, but the deputy who allegedly provided the drugs was never charged.
Investigative reporter Sean Rice has been combing through internal government records for months now. He joins us live in studio to break down what he's learning. Sean.
Yeah, Bart and Heather, the former Pueblo County Sheriff Kirk Taylor, former Under Sheriff J.R. Hall, and current Sheriff Dave Lucero all had firsthand knowledge of the alleged criminal activity 13 Investigates has uncovered. But tonight, the reasons cited for why that deputy was never prosecuted are not lining up with the office's own internal records. Back in February 2021, Pueblo County Deputy Jose Rodriguez was quietly fired by the sheriff at the time, Kirk Taylor. Internal documents obtained by 13 Investigates say Rodriguez was caught on camera at a local 7-Eleven taking $20 and dozens of pills from a woman. Documents say he then placed heroin and Percocet pills in toilet paper rolls for the inmates to access while in jail.
Looking at those reports, I would have charged him with the introduction of contraband, and perhaps you might have even been able to charge him with some sort of drug distribution crime.
That's Sean Conti, a former prosecutor turned defense attorney in Pueblo. He says the evidence was clear and concise. Rodriguez should have picked up a felony charge for his conduct. In fact, the investigating officer, Sergeant Joshua Rude, even recommended he be charged with introduction of contraband, a Class 4 felony. That's not what happened.
The sergeant has this guy on video bringing this toilet paper roll containing the contraband into the facility, and then one of the inmates actually extracts the contraband from the toilet paper roll and divvies it up. The evidence, it looked to be more than sufficient to file charges.
Current Sheriff Dave Lucero declined to speak on camera with 13 Investigates about what the internal records show. Instead, he issued a statement saying in part, quote, "The case was staffed with the district attorney's office. The probable cause threshold for criminal charges was not met. The Pueblo County Sheriff's Office did have evidence that something was introduced into the jail, which we were able to use internally for sustained policy violations, but we did not know what was introduced."
I've seen numerous cases where you have less evidence and someone's charged.
The sheriff's office's own internal records even contradict the sheriff's response. Investigating documents include statements that Rodriguez was seen on video bringing heroin and 5 Percocet pills into the jail before distributing it to inmates.
In Pueblo in particular, there's always been this belief that if you know the right people, if you're in the right crowds, that you could get away with things. Yet people who are not affluent, people who do not have access to resources, they're the ones that routinely seem to get in trouble, the ones who get caught, the ones who have to take plea deals, and the ones who end up incarcerated.
Since that incident, all 3 men in charge within the sheriff's office have been promoted. Former Sheriff Taylor promoted to United States Marshal by the president. Under Sheriff Hall, now the head of Colorado's parole board, and Lucero, a chief at the time, who is now Pueblo's newest sheriff. Reporting live in the studio, Sean Rice, 13 Investigates.
Pretty eye-opening, Sean. Thanks.